Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome for the first time to Legally Teaching Engineer Sports. I'm Dylan here with Max, Sam, and I already said my name, Dylan Loga. Today is Thursday, November 9th. We are doing Passionate Picks Part 9. Max, how'd you do last week?
Ooh, I don't think I did too hot.
You did all right. You actually did pretty good. But you didn't do as good as Sam in his Mortal Log. Sam, congratulations. Wow. Our first perfect week of the year in the Mortal Locks. Sam collected 6 points. Um, he won his likely loser army, an 18.5 point underdog who I said had no chance and was probably going to lose by 21 points on air. Um, yeah, that's a freezing cold take by Dylan. Great job, Sam. Army outright won the game 20 to 3, maybe. Excellent job. You take a commanding lead now. Um, you have 33.5 points. Max, you are in second with 30.5 points, 3 points behind, and I am a half point behind Max at 30.
There's a barn burner for McDonald's.
It is a barn burner. You know what, Max? You have a White Castle by your house.
Yeah, but I feel like that's got to be off the table. You could eat a white cat. You could eat 60 of those things.
They're so small,
Yeah, they're two
but they're
bites.
also like 2 times as damaging. So
Yeah, and by damaging you mean your rear.
yeah,
Yeah. Also, just generally, so as last week went, Sam, you did the best in the general picks as well. You had 5 wins in college, and you had 6 wins in the NFL. Max, you had 3 wins in college, 5 wins in the NFL. I had 2 wins in the NFL and 4 wins in college. Our guest picker did actually really well. Kevin, 6 wins in college puts him back. He'll be back because he's number 2 now in college behind Matt. I want to get 7. And NFL, he went 5, which puts him in a tie for second as Frank and Matt still have 6 wins. And then Josh Beauchamp, whatever the hell you say his name, Josh, our favorite Youper, has 5 wins as well as Kevin. So good chance that Kevin will be back in either the NFL, college, or both.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kevin.
look at that Ohio jersey again. Ugh.
Thankfully, we're done with that Ohio and green shit business, and we finally found ourselves someone that maybe is appreciative of the good colors in life, right? The maize and blue.
The finer things in life, not
Yeah.
that
So
trash color.
I have a quote, but I'll say it later when we're doing some picks. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for Passionate Picks Part 9. I think we have a good slate of games. I think this general whole picking's been a lot of fun. Sam, how do you think? Have you enjoyed the picking of games?
yeah. I mean, it's been pretty good. Not too bad.
Not too bad. Max, have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a roller coaster, but I think it's fun because I know there's an end game and I don't want to be sitting at McDonald's. So it makes it that much better for me.
I agree. We will soon find out if our celebrity guest picker is going to enjoy his first time on Passionate Picks of Legally Teaching Engineer Sports. But before, we must welcome him, Brandon Jackson, a great heroic listener and future point/shooting guard for the LTES Blacktop 4v4 squad, who successfully helped procreate a pair of twin girls while still being happily married to his wife and his Michigan Wolverines. Brandon, while making his third appearance on Legally Teaching Engineer Sports, will be premiering his subpar picking prowess tonight. Brandon, welcome to the show.
Once again, thanks for having me. Glad to be back.
Love to have you. You got a great shirt on.
Thank you. It is a great shirt.
Love
Shout out to Sam and Stay Dreamin' Designs.
She did it
Wow,
for
look
us.
at that.
Plug.
Here it
Getting
is.
the
Plug in too.
Nice. Good work, Brandon. Um, so thanks for joining us. You were on the Father's Day episode. You were on our college football awards show. I think this is your third then, correct? I was right with that?
Fantasy football, and I think another one snuck in there too.
Fourth. All right. Sometimes the producers drop the ball. I don't write the stuff. I'm like Reese Davis. Those who stay will be suspects. He didn't write that, right?
Oh,
He didn't write that.
yeah.
Like, same thing here. Our producer, Sam, your buddy, he's probably fired.
Good.
All right. Before we get to the picks, I want you to know, Brandon, Sam did a really good job last week. He went undefeated in his mortal locks. If you go undefeated in your general picks, you have an opportunity to get some cash. How, you ask? shout out to Mr. Picky, an owner of a fairly okay lawn business who is now also a football picking promoter. Mr. Picky is offering $50 to either the lawyer, engineer, teacher, or celebrity guest picker who is able to go 8-0 with either their college or NFL picks. And if anyone is able to go a perfect 16-0, Mr. Picky has indicated he will quadruple that offer for a grand prize of $200. Mr. Picky's Lawn Service, where leaf hoarder meets gambling supporter. So, Brandon,
You asked me if I was enjoying it. I think that's the sole reason I'm after it so much. I want that cash.
you want Kalo's cash.
I want Kalo's cash.
Hell yeah. And you know he's going to give you 2 bills. You go 16-0, you're getting 2 bills.
Yeah, that's what I need.
All right. Let's get into it. So I've been writing picks down just on like a scrap piece of paper as we do these. I have found myself a leather bound legal portfolio type thing. I'm going to start using this. So I'm excited. Let's get it going. Our guest picker, celebrity guest picker, Brandon, take us to the Pac-12 with college football picks. Start with Utah and Washington.
I'm gonna go Utah here. I saw how they played USC. I feel like Washington's just a slight upgrade of USC. A lot of offense, no defense. Utah brings the hits. I'll pick them to keep it close. I still think Washington wins, but Utah with the spread.
I like it. Next.
That's a hot start there, B-Jacks. Washington's playing for something. Utah has nothing really to play for anymore. I mean, I'm sure there's some redneck way that they can find their way into the Pac-12 championship game because that's like that's literally the wild, wild west. But Washington's got to do some work to get into the college football playoffs, so they're going to make a statement here. Give me Washington 9.5.
Max takes the Huskies to win by 10. Sam.
Yeah, I'm with Brandon. That's a lot of points. Give me Utah. I don't know if they win, but I don't know, 9.5's a lot.
Yeah, I'm on Utah as well. I don't know. So that bet I was talking about with USC, it's going to come back again later. It's the only reason really why the USC Oregon game made it to our docket because I have interest in it. I mean, the producer has interest in it. But same as this one, I'll take Utah just because I don't want to see Washington there. I'm with Brandon. I think maybe Washington wins the game, but I don't think they're a college football playoff team. And I would like to see Utah make it pretty clear. So I'll take Utah as well. Game 2, we actually shift to the Big 12. Max, give us this one.
So this is Oklahoma State at UCF. Oklahoma State's minus 2.5. For the sole reason UCF took Oklahoma to the brink of elimination basically a couple weeks ago, I'm going to take UCF at home with the points. So 2.5. Give me UCF.
I'll go. I'm going to ride with you. I think huge game for the Cowboys last week. Probably their Super Bowl of the year. They're generally a dog shit team. I know they're in the top 25 now, but they lost to South Alabama, and I just don't care what they think they're going to do the rest of their year. UCF's got some offensive prowess. I know Oklahoma did probably too. But I just think the crazy crowd down there in Central Florida and Orlando, so crazy. They'll get it going, and the Cowboys will be flustered. I'll take the Knights plus 2.5. Brandon.
Not so fast, my friends. No, I'm taking Oklahoma State. Former Michigan quarterback Alan Bowman leading the charge there. Found the running game. They're a complete different team from what I've seen than that South Alabama game. And they still got a shot to be in the Big 12 championship and make some moves there, as sad as that seems. So give me Oklahoma State.
I like it. What number did Bowman wear for Michigan? Do you know?
15? No.
I think it's the same jersey number he has on right now. Yeah, it's a good call. Sam, who you got?
Seems like a bit of a crapshoot. It's at minus 2.5. So when in doubt, take the home team. Give me UCF.
Oh shit, we're probably screwed. All right. Actually, Sam's been the hottest picker out of everyone. So whatever Sam does, I should have my picks after tonight. Then when I actually put real money down, I'm just gonna do whatever Sam does.
That's just a curse, but thanks.
You're welcome. I'm trying my hardest, Sam. So quick 30 second here. 30 second. So Brandon, the last podcast we did a college basketball preview. I applauded and guaranteed Michigan State victories for every game of the year. They're the best team in the country. I don't think they've won every game of the year so far. But So I think that's what I'm trying to do with Sam. He's the best picker. He's going to win every game he picks this week. Good luck, Sam. All right, we're back. We're back. What game on? Game 3. We're going to the Big Ten. This is a hell of a game. And for a hell of a game, you need a hell of a picker. Sam, give us that game.
Rutgers at Iowa -1.5. That's the type of game we like to see. That's a barn burner. You know it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cold. Maybe it'll snow. Give me Iowa to win.
All right, you're taking Iowa to win by 2 at home against the Scarlet Knights. Max, who do you like here?
Sam described this game perfectly. Barn burner quality. I'm glad the producer put this on the docket. It really got my blood going. But give me Rutgers +1.5 at Iowa.
Scarlet Knights. B-Jacks, who do you like here?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the 1.5 was the spread or the over under in this game, but I'll take Iowa at home. I don't trust Rutgers ever.
As you refer to them as Butgers. Shout out to Frericks and Fitro, our GHLs, who probably will be there. I hope they have a good day. I hope everything's fun. I'm with Max. Butgers is actually a pretty good team this year. I know you don't trust them, Brandon, but I am very close to never trusting Iowa again after that punt that got called back, punt return that got called back. Maybe it's the referees I don't trust, but Iowa was involved. Give me Rutgers. They seem to at least have a quarterback who knows how to throw the ball vertically at some point, at least run north to south. I don't know if Iowa has anyone that can do that. I'll take Rutgers.
As it sits right now, the over-under is at 28.5.
Oh, so this would be the lowest because the other one bopped up to 30.5, which
As it sits right now,
wow,
28.5 for a college football game.
I'll take the over. I think I take the over there.
It's only 115, so
Could be a 3-2 game.
3-2. I
could
like
be.
that. Red Wings will outscore them. All right, let's go to the ACC. Shout out to Iwanski and to Anthony. This is a matchup for them. Anthony's a huge Miami, Florida guy. Matt is a huge Seminole guy. We'll start with Brandon. A 14.5-point spread. Florida State is home and the favorites. What do you like, Brandon?
Yeah, Florida State. I don't even know what to think about that team. It seems like they just keep backing into wins. Pitt was awful and they had a close matchup with that. I think they're gonna win, but I'll take Miami with the points there.
Give me Florida State. I think Miami's a trash team. Florida State's gonna come out there and wipe the floor with them.
Not so fast. I mean, so Sam's got some. I don't know why you have qualms against Miami, Florida, just because you won one of your super dogs against them. Georgia Tech, never forget that. I think that game might have broke Miami, but it doesn't mean you can't build yourself back up, boys. Do it for Anthony. Do it for the U. Do it for Cuba. I'll take 14.5 Miami, Florida on the road, where it's a way better environment. They'll probably have more fans in Tallahassee than they would at their own home stadium. I'll take Miami, Florida to cover, not to win. Max.
I'm with Brandon and Sam on this one. Give me Florida State -14.5 because I agree that I think Mario Cristobal should have been fired after that Georgia Tech debacle. They have the yips. They got the Barney Stinsons. They are on the no-bet list right next to Oklahoma State after that debacle. So thanks for coming.
Braden's on our Hurricanes.
Oh, well, then I'm going with Sam, the hot picker.
Nice. Sam doesn't miss. Sam's not going to miss this pick. You're right. He doesn't miss. Sam will get a win. You're right. All right. Let's move to the Big 12. Max, you look like you're ready to lead this one off. Texas versus TCU.
Yeah, so Texas is -9.5 at TCU. So I did some research trying to find out if my guy Quinn's playing. He's listed day to day, which is kind of annoying. So I circled this one and question marked it. I'm going to have to take Texas -9.5. Ever since last year, Michigan, TCU can get bent. They're not the same TCU team of old. And if Quinn Ewers plays, I think they win handily.
Very nice. I'm going to hop in. I'm also on Texas. TCU and Texas Tech played Thursday night, I believe, last week. I watched a majority of that football game, and it was very bad. They're very bad Very bad football. I don't recommend anyone generally wanting to watch a TCU football game. And I think Texas is still hunting. They still want to win the Big 12. They still want to get into the college football playoff. So they might win by 30. So yeah, I'll take the Longhorns to beat the piss out of the stupid ass frogs. Brandon, who do you like here?
I'm with you too. I'm taking Texas. It scares me a little. I'd feel a little better if Quinn Ewers was playing. That backup almost after a hot start almost blew that game against Kansas State last week. So it's a little tough, but TCU's garbage. So Texas.
Sam.
I love me a little garbage fire. Give me TCU to cover at least 9.5. So
Sam doesn't miss. Probably hitting that. All right, Sam. Hit lead off here in the Pac-12. USC at Oregon is a Pac-12 at night game. It is a local time 7:30 kickoff, but we fellows here in the East Coast get a 10:30 sexy football time kickoff. What do you think, Sam?
So minus 14.5. You gotta take the Fits. Give me Oregon. They're gonna look good. It's gonna be a night game. The vibes will be high. That's an Oregon charms.
Who is Oregon's quarterback?
Couldn't tell you, but I bet he looks good at night.
I would have Venmoed you $5 right now on the spot.
Bo Nixon.
Oh, so close. I'm not. Now you have to Venmo me $5 because you said Nixon. It's Nix. So close. Brandon, who you got?
I actually thought this was the toughest college one to pick just because USC fired their defensive coordinator and you never know like how that works. Sometimes it's absolutely terrible and sometimes it like inspires them to actually play better. So don't know what I'm getting out of that. So but I think Oregon's probably playoff bound and one of the better teams in the country. So I'll ride with Oregon.
Max.
Brandon hit my selling point right on the head. They fired their shitty defense coordinator. They got fresh blood coming in. I think the boys are going to be inspired. Dylan and I just talked about this. They can somehow make their way to the Pac-12 championship game and get another crack at Washington. So give me USC plus 14.5.
Love it. Max, so you start talking and just from like the first few words you say, I start writing down who I assume you're going with by the way the words come out of your mouth right away. And I've had to cross it out 3 times tonight.
That's good.
Yeah. So you've definitely got some Lee Corso in you. You know, you never know what's going to come out, and you kind of change there's like a road, and you take a hard right.
Max starts talking before he even knows where he's heading. It's just goes.
I got it all right here.
So he's Pat McAfee.
I got my notes.
Pat freaking McAfee. I'm with Caleb Williams. You know, I'm a Caleb Williams guy. I think the fact that they fired their defensive coordinator is finally a good thing. I don't know. I think, yeah, Oregon does have a lot to play for, and that's why they might stumble. They just saw USC lose a couple games. USC still can get into the Pac-12 title game. That huge benefit.
Who can't get into the Pac-12 title game?
Yes, they can. They only have 2 losses. And
No, I said who can't. That doesn't even make a difference. You said that like 6 times tonight.
Yeah, that's very true. Pac-12 is a wild west out there. So there's some undefeated teams, but those undefeated teams haven't really played the dogs yet. So there's hope for everyone. So I'm still riding hope. I'll take USC plus 14.5. Let's go. All right, so we have 2 games left. Best 2 games probably on the slate. One of them's a nooner. We're going to do the nooner last. The other one's a night game in Athens. I think it's a night game. Or is it 3:30? I think it's a night game. Night. Brandon, get us rolling with the battle in the SEC.
This is another tough one. I think I'm going to take. I've kind of been doing this a couple of times, but I think I'm going to take Ole Miss in the points, but I still think Georgia's going to win.
No, I agree. So yeah, Ole Miss has 10.5 points is what we're betting on. I'm gonna go now too. I'm with him. Taking Ole Miss. So I think Max and I were sitting there last week watching Ole Miss first. Who was it?
Arkansas? No,
it was a good court. A&M, Texas A&M. So
yeah.
Ole Miss, they put themselves in positions they shouldn't be in, but they're a very good team. They can score. They can move the ball down the field with ease, and I think that means they probably scored 25 to 32 points against Georgia. but Georgia probably scores 35-42. That's a cover. Give me Ole Miss to cover. Good game, and I hope the Rebels pull it off. Max.
So I'm solely just picking Georgia minus 10.5 because it's home. In college game, they will be there. And I think they're along the same lines that I've said earlier about Florida State and Washington. They need to make a statement. They're sitting 2. Nobody wants to be second. They got to go out and win a game. People are debating them to be number 1. So go out and show me you're number 1 kind of thing. This is probably their first real game. So go get it done.
Hell yeah. Sam.
Yeah, Max, you just said it. It's their first real game, and that will be their demise. Ole Miss gonna win.
Ooh, Lane Kiffin. I like that.
Oh, well, hotty toddy.
I'll tell you. So I went and saw Ole Miss play Georgia Tech last year in Georgia Tech. Ole Miss. I was wearing an Ole Miss shirt, and I was like talking shit to Ole Miss fans. That's how much I hate Ole Miss fans. But I like Ole Miss's jersey. So go Rebels. All right, last game on the slate. I'm going first. Michigan heads to Happy Valley. My good friend B Jax and I have been there. Fortunately, it was a night game. Fortunately, they lost. It was the game where Ronnie Bell dropped it in the end zone. It could have been a sent into overtime type of situation. There's video proof of us in the end zone on the field. We literally were first row. Zach Charbonnet touchdown. Amazing stuff. It's a noon game this year. Still a good environment. Jim Harbaugh, he will be coaching. Jim Harbaugh's kind of like Batman. He's either going to die a hero or live long enough to see himself become the villain. And that motherfucker's going to die a goddamn hero. Michigan's going to go into Happy Valley and beat the living piss out of those bitches. They're going to run it up. They're going to keep running it up. They're going to win 42-6. 2 field goals for Penn State. Book it. Go freaking blue. Max, where are you going?
I gotta follow that up. I was. This is one of my locks of the week right here. 5.5. That's like taking candy from a baby. Everything that's going around with Michigan right now, I think, is just fueling their fire to go out. Everything from here forward, Penn State, go change your signs. It doesn't matter. Michigan's gonna crack some skulls, and they're gonna walk in there. Blake Corum and JJ aren't gonna play the fourth quarter. It's gonna be a bloodbath. Michigan minus 5.5.
Let's go. Sam.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of noise around Michigan, which you hate to see. I don't believe in the fueling at an 18-year-old age. That's just confusion is being created. But this game, the producer put it on here. It's a bit of a trap. I got my Incognito Michigan shirt on. I'm going to take Michigan, but I'm not taking it with the confidence Max and Dylan are. I think it's going to be a lot closer. It has to be a game. Otherwise, the Big Ten starts to look really bad. And nobody wants that.
Things I want to say, but I think the best words are B-Jax.
Yeah, so Dylan kind of touched on it. I was a little more nervous about this game when it was originally going to be a night game because like Dylan said, him and I went there, and that's probably one of the craziest atmospheres I've ever been in. So I was a little nervous about that. Thanks to Fox flexing it for big noon kickoff. I absolutely love that, and made me nice and chipper to easily pick Michigan this week.
All right, on 3, boys. You're going to say go blue. 1, 2, 3.
Go blue.
That was pretty good. All right. Good stuff. Let's get our Max and Sam. Let's get our locks and likely loser. Sam, we'll start with you.
So my likely loser, I don't even know if it's technically a likely loser. I'm gonna take Georgia Tech. 14-point spread. Clemson. They both have the same record. Should be a good game.
Is this one?
And then
That does count. You just need 14, so they're plus 14. Where is it, by the way? Do you know?
it is, I believe, at Clemson.
Nice.
Is this one of their even games, Sam?
It is one of their even games.
All right.
That's it.
And then my locks are going to be, I'm gonna take Iowa. Rutgers at Iowa. It's hard to beat the hospital wave. Give Iowa the edge there. They'll come out. And then I'm also gonna go ahead and lock Ole Miss.
9.5 for the Rebels. I like it. Max?
So I already said it. One of my locks is Michigan minus 5.5. If I could double lock that, I would. My other lock, so we've seen both these teams play. FAU minus 7 versus East Carolina. I've seen both these teams play, given they weren't against equal opportunity. But give me FAU -7. They got a quarterback that likes his double pounders with cheese, and I like that. And then my dog, USC 14.5.
Can you do the owl?
Ooh, cool.
I was wearing fun story, Brandon. We were in Charlotte, and I was wearing a Florida Atlantic sweater, and these dudes started. What do owls do?
Hooey.
Started hooting at me, and I was like, "Caw!" I started birding back to them, and it was not great. They clearly knew I was a fake. Yeah, Mac, you stole two of mine. I'm locking Michigan as well. Definitely locking that. My other lock of the week is actually a point total. It is Missouri versus Tennessee. We did not touch on this game. It's 14 versus 12. Missouri and Tennessee both score a boatload of points. The over is 58. I'm going to take the over for sure. I think it's going to be like a 35-31 type game. So that's the over. And then my likely loser, Max, or same idea here again. USC 14.5. All right, let's go to the NFL. But before we get to the NFL, quick shout out to Jets Pizza, our new NFL picking partner. As BJax may know, Jets is a national pizza chain that offers the best Detroit-style pizza in the world. The secret sauce isn't actually in the sauce, or at least that's what I've been led to believe. Nope, it's in the Motor City-inspired steel pizza pans that make the corner crust pizza worthy of a cornucopious amount of compliments. Hop online and visit jetspizza.com to find the delicious deals at your local Jets Pizza. And don't forget, Jets Pizza, often imitated, never duplicated. Let's get Jets. And if you mention legally teaching engineering sports, you probably won't get a discount, but maybe you will. Try it. All right, let's do some NFL picks. Sam, get us going in Germany. Who you got?
Back to Germany. Interesting. All right, we got the Colts at Patriots -1.5. Give me the Colts. I mean, I don't know. It's a roll to die game there. So
yeah, I agree. It's two butt teams. Patriots they just left one of their best defensive backs in the United States, JC Jackson or something like that. Gardner Minshew, he's at least been playing pretty okay. They've got Jonathan Taylor back. I'll take the Colts -1.5 as well. Max.
Same thing. Jonathan Taylor's back. I like Gardner Minshew Magic. Patriots are, I don't know. I had the Patriots their last leg last week, and Mac Jones threw a late crappy interception, which pissed me off. So give me the Colts -1.5.
Yeah, he ain't it. Brandon.
Yeah, same type of thing. I'm going with the Colts. Mac Jones is terrible. I'm
Yeah,
so glad the end of the Baby Brady stuff is over with.
Agreed. Let's head to Jacksonville. Max, give us that game.
So this is 49ers -3 at Jacksonville. Kind of think this is a sneaky backdoor kind of thing. -3, it's tough spread. I don't think Brock Purdy's what everybody thought he was, but I don't think Jacksonville's defense is that good. And I think he likes warm weather, so he'll get back on track. And they just got in Chase Young, who's going to be a dog. Trevor Lawrence better watch his kneecaps. So give me the 49ers -3.
Hey, man, you're talking about my quarterback over there. Brandon.
Back.
What? Sorry.
Who you got, Brandon?
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with the Niners on this. I have a hard time believing that team's gonna lose 4 in a row now. I think they're on a 3-game losing streak. They gotta have a bounce back here. Jacksonville at home is not much of a home field advantage. I mean, it's not like it's super intimidating to play there. So give me the Niners.
I like it. Sam?
yeah, I didn't know about the skid, but I like the skid for them to correct it. Give me the 49ers.
Yeah, it's a sweep. I'm on the 49ers as well. I think Jacksonville's a good team. But I think it's kind of like if the 49ers lose, they're all of a sudden 5-4, and they're like, are we even gonna make the playoffs? Huh? Kind of gotta get it going here. So Brock Purdy's a turd, but they still got Christian McCaffrey. They still got an all-pro person probably at every layer of their defense. Like, gotta go. I'll take the 49ers -3. Game number 3, battle in the AFC North, which I think is going to be sneaky, a real good game. We'll let Max start this one?
So it's Browns at Ravens. Ravens -6. Give me the Ravens -6. They just walloped on the Seahawks. I don't think the Browns, Deshaun Watson's not anything like Geno Smith. Ravens defense is actually good. Give me the Ravens -6.
Ejax?
Give me the Browns here. I feel like the Ravens have been playing out of their minds lately. I don't know how it's all coming together for them. But Browns got a good D. I think they'll keep it close. Give me the Browns, whether they win outright or cover the spread. And I'll take the Browns.
Sam?
Yeah, I mean, they mollywopped the Seahawks. So I think the Ravens, I was on them at the beginning. I kind of came off them. I'm back on them. Give me the Ravens. They figured it out. Don't know how, but they did.
Not so fast. But remember, Sam's going to hit every bet. So tail Sam, he's going to win most of his bets, if not all his bets. So I think Sam's going to win this bet, but he's probably not right on this one. Maybe he probably wins it, but I'm going to take the Browns. I'm with Brandon. So the Ravens mollywopped. Good word, Sam. The Lions came back and let the Cardinals cover the next week. So they mollywopped the Seahawks. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to let the Browns cover. Browns have probably, if not the best defense, the second best defense behind the 49ers in the NFL. They got playmakers. They'll be okay. They'll keep it close. Give me the Browns +6. Let's go to Texans versus Bengals. I'll go first here. I think it's two teams that are both projected north. I think this spread is duly as a result of CJ Stroud going nuts last week. Otherwise, I think the spread would be more like 10. And for that reason, I will take -6.5 for Joe Burrow, Coley McCulkin to cover at home against the Houston Texans, who are generally a butthole team with an electric receiver or two and quarterback. Give me the Bengals, -6.5. BJX.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing here. I feel like there's no way that CJ Stroud can repeat that performance he put in. It's an amazing game he had and come back, and I feel like that's the highs of a bad team. I feel like Bengals are on the rise. Give me the Bengals.
The Lawrence Bengals. Max.
Orange, y'all. Give me the Bengals -6.5. Hopefully Jamar Chase plays and Joe Burrow understands finally he's always open. I don't think he understands 7-Eleven is always open. So please throw him the ball. Please.
Okay, good luck with that. Sam?
Give me the Texans. They continue the high.
Well, we're screwed now.
Sam hits all his bets. All right, let's move to the next game. It's the over so sexy Commanders versus the underwhelming Seahawks. Commanders are 6-point underdogs. Brandon, who you got?
Give me the Seahawks. They just got embarrassed. I feel like they gotta put up, save face a little bit, beat the Commanders, keep their playoff, hopes and everything alive. So give me the Seahawks.
Sam?
Yeah, Seahawks. Geno bounces back. That was a fluke. I don't think they deserve to be mollywopped. Definitely lose, but I think they come back here and take care of business.
Gotta get our tech guy to get a mollywop counter. That's 3 times. Well, I guess 4.
Do
I
a
just said
shot
it.
every time you hear it.
Mollywop.
Shit, that's 6. Max.
Dylan, you said it a couple of picks ago about the Ravens letting Cardinals come back and cover after the destroyed. Lions did the same thing after they got mollywopped by the Ravens.
7.
So I think the Hawks come back and cover against Washington. Give me the Hawks -6.
Yeah, so I'm not going to make it a sweep. I'll take the Commanders. I think the Commanders are sneaky good offensively, and I don't think the Seahawks are very good against any team in the NFL aside from the Detroit Lions. They barely win against every other team in the freaking NFL. They lost to the Rams to start the year. They've looked. I don't know why so many people are so high on them because they might win close games against some good teams, and they beat the Lions, so hooray! But they continue to always beat the Lions somehow. I will take 6 points in the Commanders because I believe in Terry McLaurin, 2 touchdowns. Hopefully. All right. Maybe I'll do a max thing and prayer it out. But I probably won't. So let's move on to a different game. Let's move on to a Sunday afternoon matinee. Max, take us to it.
This is the Lions back on the kneecap tour, -1.5 at the Chargers. I think they continue the kneecap tour. Justin Herbert will have 0 kneecaps left after this game. Lions -1.5.
Sam,
Yeah, give me the Lions. No brainer.
Brandon.
Same thing. Lions. Not much to say. Just Lions.
Yeah, agreed. So it's already bopped up to 3 points on FanDuel, maybe even 3.5. We got it at 1.5. We're gonna obviously pick on it. I'm picking the Lions. It's gonna be one of my locks. They're fully healthy. Everyone practiced for the first time in many weeks, probably week 2. So excited to see that. Well, obviously, there's some dudes out, but for the most part, everyone on the active roster practice. So that's awesome to see. Lions will beat the piss out of the Chargers. Shout out to Taft, my neighbor. All right, let's go to Sunday Night Football. It's a sexy game. Brand's really looking forward to it. Jets at Raiders. Go ahead, BJX.
Yeah, is there an option to pick neither of these teams? I mean, geez. Give me the Raiders, I guess. They fired the coach, a couple weeks, they're starting to play a little bit better, So they went on a run last time they fired the coach and somehow made the playoffs. So I'll go with some Raiders magic here.
Yeah, I'll join you. I'm going Victor Cigars as well. Antonio Pierce, he seems to be a guy's guy on the practice squad fellows on the sideline. I like that. It's a great gesture. Yeah, and they're playing the Jets, who are butthole. Max Crosby's gonna make little fella, what's his name?
Zach Wilson.
Zach. Yeah, MILF Man. He's gonna make MILF Man his bitch the whole game. Shout out to the Eagles of Eastern Michigan. You're gonna get mollywopped tonight against Toledo Rockets, but at least you have Max Crosby. Give me the Raiders. Max.
I agree. I have a snippet of a Serenity now. Serenity now to the NFL for allowing the Jets to be on 7 primetime games, even if they had Aaron Rodgers. That's just atrocious. Give me the Raiders +1.5.
So agree with the whole atrocity of Jets. Sam.
Yeah, Raiders. It's a crapshoot, and I'll take my craps to Raiders.
You'll gamble with your craps in Vegas. Let's head to Monday night. The Bills have been on a nasty skid here. They don't look like the Bills of old. I guess the old means they do look like the Bills of old. They don't look like the Bills of new. 7.5-point favorites against the Broncos. I hate this line. Brandon texted me pretty quickly after getting the games and lines and said, "And these lines suck." And this is probably the one I hated the most, honestly. I'm taking the Bills -7.5. I don't like it. I think Russell Wilson could somehow find a way to win this game, just the way everything's going. They were coming off a bye. Bills just got their asses essentially kicked on Sunday Night Football. But I'll take the Bills -7.5 and throw a hope out there. Max.
I am taking Broncos country. Let's ride. Russell Danger Wilson. It's going to be the first time he sniffs my fantasy starting lineup, and he's going to have a hell of a game. So Broncos +7.5, please.
BJX.
Same thing. This is one of the ones I hated. Same logic as you, Dylan. I think I got to go with the Bills. They're one of the toughest teams to pick because they'll lose to the worst team in the league and then they'll destroy one of the better teams in the league. So I'm hoping that this is one of the weeks where they look good.
Amen. Sam.
Give me the Broncos. That's too many points.
I'm with it. All right, good stuff, boys. Thank you, Brandon. Excellent job. Before we get out of here, let's get some locks in the NFL. Sam, give me them.
I'm going to lock the Lions and the Colts. Both tight games, both 1.5 spreads. So I like that.
All right, Max.
I'm also with the Lions, and then I'm gonna take Tampa +1 against Tennessee. Will Levis ain't shit.
Man. All right, my locks are Lions -1.5 and Steelers -3 versus Packers. Packers suck. All right,
Go
fellas.
Pack, go.
For Legally Teaching Your Sports, Passionate Picks, Part 9. Our quote comes from Matt Biondi, an Olympic swimmer. Persistence can change failure into extraordinary achievement. That means keep betting, boys. Brandon, thank you again.
Yep. Thanks for having me, guys.
Let's go.